Welcome back to the channel, guys. So he's finally here, man. In my hands I have the Full Power Frieza by Figuarts. This is what the box art looks like. They always do an amazing job. We got Full Power Frieza finally. Super excited about this guy. So let's go ahead and crack this open. I'm over here cutting the box and not the tape. And let's see what this guy looks like inside. So highly anticipated character. This is what he looks like in the clamshell. We have 2 Destructo discs from Namek, and he comes with the body. We have 1, 2, 3 pairs of hands, 4, 5 pairs of hands, a tail, 2 swappable feet, Goku's extra face, and 4 faces. So let's go ahead and see if the hype is real. So damn, just damn, dude. Oh my gosh, that looks super sick. Finally a new mold for Frieza. Let's see if he can stand while I just run through the accessories real quick. Let's put him in the back, and he does stand by himself without the tail for now. So here are the Destructo discs that he comes with. This is pretty much exactly like the ones that come with Krillin. I didn't pull those out to compare them to, but Destructo discs for posing. That's great. Next we have his open palm hands. And just look at the details in these hands, man. That looks sick. Little painted fingernails and things like that. They look big and pretty cool. So next we have open palm hands again. These ones have the hole inside. Definitely to put that on the Destructo disc so we can see how that works later. You get 2 of those, left and right. More open palm hands. This could be of like him, you know, either blasting or throwing the Destructo disc. And we don't have like an iconic pointing finger. Here's some more open palm hands. So again, I don't know if you could catch it on camera, but there's like little scratches and ridges in the hands and things like that to look like it's like battle damage. So next we have the tail. And at this point his tail was already cut, and that was cut by Krillin. He's got some veins in the tail and things like that. We'll see how to insert that on Frieza in a second. And then we have the swappable feet. This could be him standing on a rock or flying or whatever the case may be. So we'll see how those swap out also. Next we have the swappable Goku face. This is like a battle scene. You could catch him punching Goku in the face and things like that. So we'll see what that looks like on actual Goku when I pull him out later. And then next are the faces. So it's a good thing that there's very few. We only get 4 faces, so we could put them all on in this review. So this is the first face, kind of like a shocked look that Goku's like doing his thing. That's what the peg looks like. I think the details look really good, man. Really good. And we'll compare them to the other Friezas also. Next is like a teeth gritting upset face. You see the veins here, the indentation in the temples. It just looks good, man. This is like a shiny purple paint, but that's not bad. I'm trying to let you guys catch all the details here on camera. So the ears look good. Nice line work, nice detail. So Figuarts, Tamashii Nations, like I said before in previous videos, they're like upping their detail work. So that's good for us collectors. This is the last face, like an angry teeth gritting face again. So, and then last but not least, let's get into this figure, man. So regular tail insert, some of what we're accustomed to by now. Just pop this in here. Clicked in, nice and tight fit. The articulation for that is up and down and moves in a full 360. So that looks really good. Looking at the figure up close, let's take a look now. This is the last face. Very menacing Frieza when he first bulked up and things like that. We got some shading in the neck here, some shading in the middle of the chest. Slight shading here on the crotch area, just like on all the creases. Tamashii Nations really took their time with this figure, so we have shadings in the muscles. That looks good. Oh, they put some shading in the back. Look at that. Go ahead, SH Figuarts. You got the stamp here. They put it on his lower back versus his feet for whatever reason. And then he's just looking bulky all the way through. So this figure looks amazing so far. Amazing, amazing. So before we get into some articulation, let's look at the different heads here since there's very few. They pop in very easily. This is the teeth gritting face. Oh, the neck came out, but that's okay. It just shows that this figure has very good articulation. So this peg is definitely popping out with the heads. So be careful with that. Let me get my pliers real quick. So easy fix. Next we have, I'm not gonna pop it in because the peg might come out again, but this is the powering up face. And that looks really good. And then we have the yelling shocked face. So again, that looks really, really good. So we'll go ahead and keep this one on him for the remainder of the video, and let's get into some articulation. So he looks down that far. He looks up really good. The neck is it's kind of loose, I guess you'll say. So it kind of like pops back. It has like a, I mean, there's no spring, but if you don't get it in the right spot, it's gonna pop back up. But maybe you can work a way to get that not to happen. But on my copy, it's springing back up, but that's okay. Left to right tilt action, looking good. The arms going a complete 360. I don't hear any squeaking yet. Let's see how high the shoulders go. Since he's so bulky, that's pretty much as it's gonna go up. Butterfly joints here. They go all the way in. This dude is yoked up, man. What the heck? This is what the back of the butterfly joints look like. A little bit more gap than legendary Super Saiyan Goku, and I'll show him side by side comparison in a second after we go over this quick articulation here. So bicep swivel, both sides feel good. Double jointed elbow. He can't really close it completely because his bicep is so big, but that's okay. Wrist pegs feel good. Moving down to his lower half, ab crunch very far, both forward and backwards. You can't get a complete 360. I mean, you probably can if you wanted to force it, but I don't think we want to do that. He can even tilt left and right. That's good. Down to his legs, let's just take a quick look here. So they finally made him a 3.0. Look at that. This looks like, yeah, so this is a 3.0 tech finally for Frieza. And I guess that they can do that because the new body mold. So it seems like the legs, the thigh, this rubber piece is kind of getting stuck on this crotch rubber piece, which is like a soft rubber plastic. Just like legendary Super Saiyan Goku, the belly is a little bit harder rubber plastic. So when you're articulating, like when you do your thigh swivel, I guess you could kind of tuck that in there just like that, so it won't hinder the articulation too much. So thigh swivel feels good. You can get the splits if you cuff it underneath that hip, like kind of like underwear type thing. You got some good knee bend. Splits can go all the way out. And this figure has really good articulation, double jointed knees. And then for the ankle rocking peg, yeah, it's pretty much just a peg, kind of like the other Friezas pretty much. So, but it's a lot more articulative. Is that a word? So that's pretty much this figure. He's looking good so far, and we could look at some of the accessories that he comes with. We could swap out this left hand real quick to see what this Destructo disc looks like. And then we'll get into some height comparisons and compare them to the other Friezas and things like that. So this is what his Destructo disc looks like, even though I put it on the wrong hand. I could kind of get him in a posing action like that, posing action style pose like that. So that looks good. Take this off quick. Go back to his fist here, and then we'll see how these feet pegs work. So that popped off very easily. So this is the same as like Cooler and no, well, both Coolers actually, and then second form Frieza, third form Frieza, I believe, had some foot replacements. So I'm sorry, it's supposed to be the left side. So there is it looks like an R, but I think that's an L, because this foot looks like it fits more accordingly on this side. So that's what the foot swap looks like, and those are the feet differences there. One can be flying and one can be standing. So for the most part, this figure so far, feeling them in hand, it feels really good. It's the same material that they're using for the legendary Super Saiyan Goku, and I'm gonna bring him in right now to get a quick height comparison, and then I'll compare him to the other Friezas and see if he can stand with his tail on. So he has a little trouble standing with the tail on. So it's gonna take a little bit of balancing work. So what I did there is I just faced it all the way down. So if you face it all the way down, he'll stand up straight, or straight-ish for the most part. So I'll bring in legendary Super Saiyan Goku here. And this is the side-by-side comparison in height. And that looks good. When you bring them in close for the musculature, now Frieza is the one that reigns supreme as far as bulkiness. They made him like super bulky. I should have brought out another figure here to compare his bulk to, but you know, if you can't see the difference here, then like this is like Jiren size, but I do not have Jiren ready and available to grab him. So we can see how this face works for Goku real quick. This is what the face looks like on your legendary Super Saiyan Goku, and it just catches a shot of like Frieza, you know, pretty much punching him in the face, kind of like that. So that looks pretty good. And if I could pop this head off without it coming out, oh my gosh, thank you. So that we could put this other head back on, so we could do these comparisons to the other Friezas here. So see how the scaling has come to. So set them right there, and then I have we got Frieza in a pod. I was gonna take him out of the pod, but I mean, people hardly ever take him out of the pod. I was thinking like, why don't I take him out of the pod? Because it's hard to put him back in there. And we have second form Frieza, third form, and I still think his height and his size matches accordingly to his transformations, because when you put him next to final form Frieza, and I could actually pull this to the front here, well, I take that back. He's kind of like towering over final form Frieza. So these are the differences between the two. The color in purple, depending on which version you got of final form Frieza, one is like, it's got like a little shine to it, and the other one's like a pale purple with shiny finish. So does Frieza get taller when he transforms? Possibly, but it definitely looks cool, and it's definitely good to have like a new transformation, a new form of Frieza. Now we get to complete our Friezas, right? So next is Mecha Frieza. We'll do a side-by-side comparison. This is the most recent Frieza that was made, but even Mecha Frieza's head, well, they are kind of the same size. So but when you go from scaling from, you know, these two, it's actually more you know, closer. So that's what these two look like next to each other. And then last but not least is Golden Frieza. But Golden Frieza is pretty much the same as final form Frieza. It's kind of like a repaint. So this is how full power Frieza matches up to legendary Super Saiyan Goku and the rest of his Frieza forms. I ordered mine off of pbandai.com. It's a P Bandai exclusive. So I guess they're shipping out to USA right now. I was able to get mine early enough, I guess. Like I said, I was super excited about this guy. My overall thoughts about this figure, I think he's dope. I can't wait to pose this guy. He just looks like really good. So if you feel like this video was helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to keep an eye out for my next videos to come, go ahead and subscribe. Until then, thank you for watching.